Hello, everybody. This is Chris, and we have Esther sitting right next to us. Today is going to be an amazing day because we are going to talk about something that people probably don't even know. There was somebody in the store today that thought they knew about the Salem witch hunt, and she actually didn't know. Her information was all wrong. So we are here today to talk about the Salem witch hunt. Your relatives.
My relatives.
Well, anyway, the Salem witch hunt of 1692 is one of the most infamous events in American history. Did you know that?
No, I did not. I did not.
It is. It's actually... there's so many myths and misconceptions that have developed around the Salem witch hunt. And we're going to go over those today.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Myths and facts. Whoever has the phone on, put it on silent. I just heard a text.
That was your phone.
My phone does not, my phone's always on silent.
It wasn't me. Mine's on silent.
It was hers. So put it on silent. I just heard ding. Okay, so the number one. And by the way, these are going to be myths and facts. And I will actually tell you which ones are which. Okay, so number one, myth. The accused were burned at the stake. The witches that were accused were burned at the stake. Myth. The fact is, none of the accused witches in Salem were burned at all, unless they were getting a suntan. The 19 people that were accused were hung.
I mean, that's
one
a
man,
bad way to die.
One man, Giles Corey, was pressed to death with heavy stones until he did, it still started oozing out.
That's disgusting.
I'm just trying to help you out. Was pressed to death. Burning at the stake was more of a European fun thing to do, is to burn the witches at the stake. It was not done in America. Myth number two. You got number one down?
Got number one down.
Okay. Do you want to do myth number two?
Sure. Myth number two, only women were accused of witchcraft.
Oh. Is that true?
Most of them were women, but there were also men, too, accused of witchcraft.
And what happened to the men?
They died.
Yeah, they died.
They died.
Most of the women were accused of the witchcraft, but there were men. In fact, 5 of the 20 people executed were men. So 5 of those dudes died because they were witches. Now you're going to say, oh no, they're warlocks. No, they were actually witches. Warlocks came afterwards. It's actually a fictitious name. Believe it or not. I think it was bewitched. Anyway, we're going to go on to myth number 3. What is myth number 3?
The trials were triggered by a belief that they were doing black magic or worshiping the devil.
Correct. The fact, though, is, although religious fear of the devil played a role, the trials were fueled by more of local, paranoia, if you want to say. The accusations often reflected deeper community conflicts rather than genuine supernatural events, which means that, hey, I hate Johnny and his wife, and I think she's a witch. That's with a W, not a B. And therefore, the paranoia started, going crazy. I got to tell you, it only lasted a very short time, the Salem witch hunt, which was not even in Salem, but we'll get to that later. So that was number 3. Number 4, the witch trials happened in Salem, Massachusetts, the town. That is a myth. Okay, so it didn't happen in Salem, so all those people that go to Salem, Massachusetts to see that,
Doesn't even happen there?
no,
That's a waste.
it's a waste of time.
Such a waste.
Don't go there. The trials largely took place in Salem Village, which is now Danvers, Massachusetts. What, you got a problem with that? Oh, okay. It's, just a studio audience person shrugging and picking her nose. But Danvers, Massachusetts, not modern day Salem, the city. The confusion arises because both were part of the same colonial jurisdiction, if you want to say. Myth number 5. God, myth number 5. First of all, what do you portray a witch to be in your own head? Just like out of just folklore or however you think. What is a witch?
Evil.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds so taboo, you know? I mean, in my head, I always thought a witch was definitely a devil worshiper, for sure. Cult, sacrificial
But they're
behavior.
not. I have friends who are Wiccan high priestess who were actually very, like one was a registered nurse, and a wonderful lady. And I got to tell you, I don't know where the evil part comes in, but I'm sure somebody has something to say about it, but I'm not going to even go there. So you think that all witches worship the devil?
I mean, I think there's such thing as, you know, a good witch and a bad witch.
And there's such thing as good priest and bad priest.
Yeah.
Such
exactly.
thing as good people and bad people.
Yes.
Such thing as good voodoo and bad voodoo.
Yes.
Just so you know.
There's good voodoo.
Yes, there is.
Is that like manifestation?
There used to be a lady that was coming to my store.
Oh.
And she was a voodoo high priestess. And she told me the difference between the two.
Oh, what's it
And
like?
I got to tell you, she was the kindest lady you would ever meet.
Really?
Yeah, she really was very nice. So let's get on with this. Number 5, the myth affected girls were faking their symptoms for attention. Now, I'm not really sure why the afflicted girls were faking their symptoms. Like, why would the afflicted girls fake being a witch knowing that they'll be executed? Hey, I'm a witch. Oh, you're going to die. Damn, I didn't know that. Why would somebody do that? And it almost sounds like something Esther would do.
I would not do that. I don't want to
Self-destruct?
die, so.
Oh, I thought self-destruct. You know, do things that sort of, you know. Okay, so you wouldn't do that?
No, I wouldn't fake symptoms. That's pretty crazy.
And you wouldn't be a witch?
I would not be a witch.
Okay. Nothing even sounds like witch.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some people think just because I do tarot and oracle cards, they think I'm a witch.
Okay, but you're not.
I'm not.
No, and witches are nice, and Esther is nice. So let's go to the fact part of that. We're going to the fact part. First, the myth. Number 5, the afflicted girls are faking their symptoms for attention. We have somebody named Virginia that comes into the store that fakes stuff all the time for attention. That's what she does. She is now dating a Jason McGee. She is like, you know, she owns numerous farms, by the way. Just so you know, she owns lots of farms and livestock.
I did not know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all on paper. She's doing great. She has these amazing. I don't know. It's really phenomenal, the amount of property she owns. But anyway, let's get to the fact part of that. While some of the symptoms may have been exaggerated, and due to the mass hysteria, the psychological stress, or even undiagnosed illnesses, like Virginia with the undiagnosed illness, it's unclear as if all deliberate. Some scholars suggest they genuinely believed that they were afflicted. So they really think that they're up. I don't want to curse.
Okay, I'm trying to follow.
Okay.
I'm following.
I know, it's not easy. Number 6. What number?
6.
Oh, very good. Just making sure you're paying attention.
Yeah.
The witch trials were a large-scale event. That is the myth. That it lasted like a long time.
What's a long time?
Years.
Oh, okay.
Long time. The witch Salem went to, oh my God, till today. People go to Salem just for the Salem witch hunt sort of display, if you want to say. You know, like I'm sure that Lady Virginia that I was talking about, I'm sure she must have went to Salem just for that reason.
Okay.
To see her relatives, you know, and to find out if any of them resemble her in any way. But they were all burned, but, you know, they still resembled her. The witch trials were a large-scale event, myth. Fact is, the panic was brief, but was intense.
Really?
Lasting just over about a year. About 200 people were accused, with 20 people, and only 20 people. I know that's only 20 people, really. They were accused of this and they were killed, but they were innocent. So only 20 people were executed. Though tragic, the scale was small compared to the European witch hunts, which saw thousands of executions
Oh boy.
through burnings. So the Europeans decided to burn people at the stake, and we tried to,
While others would watch?
we tried to get a flight for Virginia over there at that time, because she was alive around then, and she was the only person I can get on the plane. So we were trying to get her over there to be tried, but we weren't fast enough at that time. She was very quick and be able to escape.
Oh, wow. So she's alive.
She's still walking the streets.
Still walking?
She's walking the streets, yeah. You know, you can actually see them sometimes during the Halloween season. Actually, if you look up at the moon, you'll actually see her on her broom.
Oh my God, flying.
Yeah, right over.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I'll look
not-
out for that tonight. I will.
Well, it's not Halloween yet. That's
okay.
October.
Just on Halloween. my
That's
bad.
October, yeah. Number 7. By the way, these are real thing. If you want to look it up, it's really true. And there is a Giddy Garlic or Booby Garlic or some person like that, that this Virginia chick was telling me about. Like, okay, yeah, this is true. So the myth, number 7. The Puritans were uniquely cruel or irrational. And that is what Virginia is. That's she's cruel and irrational.
That's not very nice.
So the fact is that the Puritans weren't outliers in their belief for the time. Witch trials were common across Europe. There were, I think everybody was a witch, I guess, in Europe. I don't know. I guess it was the water. Europe and the colonies, what makes Salem stand out is how quickly the panic escalated and how rapidly it ended once doubt set in.
Oh.
Once the doubt set in, then it all calmed down. Well, maybe they weren't witches. I don't know. This one seems to be floating. This one seems to be sinking. I don't know. So in summary, the Salem witch hunt wasn't just about superstition. It was a mix of fear, religion, social pressure, and personal grievances. If I didn't like you, they say something different today, but they'll call you a witch.
That'd be bad because I don't want to die.
Right, but today, they replace that word
With a B.
with a B instead of a W.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
Go.
And so this girl, Virginia, that we know, she is one with a W and a B. Both. She's very special. She should be in Europe. Anyway, so the truth is, the more complex than popular myths suggest, official apology. There was an official apology with this. So once they realize, hey, oops, we made a mistake. Maybe they weren't bad, but you know what? It was entertaining. Really?
No, that's
I mean, let's just take you, for instance. You were there. You were doing tarot readings back in the day, right?
yeah.
And all of a sudden, that you decided that you, or I decided that you were a witch. I killed you. I hung you.
Oh my,
No, but I hung you. That's it.
horrible.
But later on, I found out that that wasn't true. It's like, oh man. Well, can't take her back now.
No, you can't bring me back to life.
The way it is. Sorry, Esther.
Nah.
I didn't mean to do it. So that means, see, that was an official apology. I'm sure that really held some water. Okay, I mean that's actually ridiculous to have an official apology. Oh, hey, sorry we killed your ancestors. So here's a couple of tarot decks that you can play with. So in 1697, the Massachusetts General Court declared a day of fasting and soul searching. Listen, dude, you hung these people, you killed them for no reason, you don't have a soul. Sorry. Soul searching for the tragedy. Formal apologies and reparations followed, and a year later, with decks of tarot cards to everyone. I made that last piece up, by the way. That's not true. They didn't give them tarot cards.
Oh, okay.
The last accused witch wasn't officially exonerated until 2022. Her name was Virginia. No, really. Her name was Elizabeth Johnson Jr. I didn't even know they call women Junior.
I didn't either.
Elizabeth Johnson Jr. was exonerated officially in 2022.
What did she do?
She was a witch,
And
apparently.
and when was she executed?
She wasn't. She was fully exonerated, and I'm assuming, according to the special people. Is somebody calling you? Is that a witch?
Oh no, it's not a witch. It's on vibrate though, so.
Is that like your boyfriend? Do you get a boyfriend? Can you say that out loud?
Can we not?
You can just say it. Say it. Say it on here. Say, look at the camera. Say, I have a boyfriend. Can you say that?
All right, what's next?
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Just one
All right,
shot.
let's just not. Let's
God. Common myth: burning at the stake. Well, really, it's not a myth, and it's not true in the United States of America.
Oh.
This is a European phenomenon, where countries like Germany, France, Scotland, and Salem, they just hung people.
It's messed up.
That's it. That's all they did. They didn't burn anybody. One man was just pressed by the stones. God, that's gotta hurt. Can you imagine that?
No, I can't.
Like a big freaking stone being pressed on you until all your guts flew out.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it does. I know. So what actually happened in Salem? Let's do a summary here. 19 people were hanged on the gallows hill. One man pressed to death, Giles Corey. Several died in jail, including, get this now, including infants.
Infants were witches too?
Right, yeah.
Wow.
One of them was named Vera. So I don't know how that can be, but she is a witch, or was a witch, but she was an infant.
Wow.
Wow, this means infant? I made that up just now.
I guess.
An infant. So the idea of burning witches in Salem is a myth, often confused with the European witch trials. For all of those people that thought the witch was being burned in the United States, you were just total lesson. Because somebody was in the store today, and I tested them, and they said, I know everything there is to know about the witches
Really?
in Salem. And I said, oh, is that right? Because I happen to know. Well, I'll tell you. And then she started saying all this stuff that wasn't true. And then when I told her all this stuff, she was like, huh? I didn't mean that. I was just testing you. That's what happened. So, if you're gonna be knowledgeable, own up to it if you're wrong. Don't you agree with that?
I agree.
What does that thing say around your neck?
Milo with a paw print. A dog of mine that's now dead.
Oh, fine. Was it burned at the stake?
No, he was not burnt at the stake.
Okay, it wasn't a witch.
No.
What happened to the dog? Can a dog be a witch?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really believe in that stuff, so.
You don't believe in witches?
No. I don't.
Okay. Well, hit the like button, by the way. And by the way, all the things that are attached to this, you can actually buy Wiccan books that are going to be attached to this video. You can actually hit the thanks button if you enjoyed it or found it educational. For those people who are Wiccan, you now have a little bit more history, if you didn't know it already, which you probably did. And you can also support our advertisers that are on our channel and click on the advertisements, and some of them are really cool. I actually was on somebody's phone. I was watching a video and an advertisement came up. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. I wanted to buy it. But somebody didn't think that was a good idea. So I didn't.
I gotcha.
But that's all I have. Do you have anything you want to add about your boyfriend or anything?
Nope. All good.
Nothing? When you get married?
Stop.
When you you're getting married soon, aren't you? You're engaged now.
No, I'm
What'd you
not.
do? Why'd you take your ring off?
Don't have a ring.
You hit it. You hit it. You get
I don't have.
What's his name?
Stop. We're not. This is about the witch trials, okay? Not about my boyfriend. So.
Oh, you have a boyfriend, do you? See, she said it. Thank you very much. She said it on here. You saw it. It's going to be plastered all over the place, and I'm going to text them with it.
Please don't.
And I will see you guys later. You have a blessed day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay.
Say goodbye.
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 Goodbye.